I was too much committed to that job why I left something behind.
Why did you still have to move to Qatar?
The biggest mistake I took, I wish I know then I wouldn't have taken this decision.
Why did you decide to come to
Yeah,
Qatar?
actually, Qatar is not where I wanted to come to.
Where were you planning to travel to?
No, UK.
Okay, planning to travel.
Understand?
Did they tell you like as soon as you arrive, you're going to get a job within a couple of few
Yeah,
days?
you know the way agents do their thing. You understand? Like, oh, don't worry, when you get there, you get a job, you get the pay like this, like that. So I already have that positive mind. Like the way the guy was saying it is the way it was. You understand? So
For the visa, how much did you
for the
spend?
visa alone, I spent almost like 4.5 million
No way.
without booking a ticket. I booked the ticket on the phone.
4.5 million.
Yeah.
Oh
So
shit.
when I get here, I realize it's not even up to half of it. And
You were due for the second
paid
time.
him 1,500 Qatari. I believed in the way he said it. I trusted him.
Welcome to the Diggy Deep podcast with Anthony Ochiko. In today's episode, I have a friend, someone that I've known for some couple of time. This guy is living here in Qatar, in the city of Doha. He moved all the way from Nigeria, and I brought him up on this podcast to share his personal experience, especially for those persons who are trying to move to Qatar and you don't really know how to go about it. So probably this guy's story will impress you, not just impress you, will motivate you, not just motivate you, will advise you on the various steps that you are going to take if eventually you want to decide to move to Qatar. So my guest here in this episode of the Digging Deep podcast with Anthony Ochiko is no other person but a friend, a very loyal friend at that. His name is Emmanuel Adebayo. Bro, you are welcome.
Thank you for having me here tonight.
Yeah. You want to speak loud for your audience to hear you.
Yeah, thank you for having me here tonight. I'm
You're-
fine.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I understand you are not feeling too good, but you still make up time to come for this podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate.
You-
It was a quick notice and you were able to be here.
Yeah.
Right? I've known you for quite some time.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. You're a good friend, very loyal friend at that matter. And, we lived together in the same flat back in Najman before I moved 6 months ago. So we've talked, we've discussed, right? We've, discussed at length how you were, the things that you were doing back home in Nigeria, who you were, what you were doing. Just give us a background of yourself back home in Nigeria. Where were you living in Nigeria? Let's start with that.
Actually, I was born and brought up in Lagos. I lived most of my life in Lagos State, Nigeria.
Wow, that's good. You schooled in Lagos also?
No, when I schooled in Lagos, when I get my admission, so I decided okay, let me change, because I was born and brought up in Lagos. I spent most of the time and my teenage age, all in Lagos. So I decided okay, let me just go to other state experience. So I had to. When I got my admission, I changed. I went to Ondo State, so I did my institution in Ondo State.
Ondo State.
Yes. Then when I graduated, I went back to Lagos.
Okay,
So
great.
almost all my life,
You've been in Lagos.
Yeah.
Okay, so after your high institution, when you finished school, what were you doing when you finished school?
Yeah, actually, it's a long story, but I'll try to just make it short.
Yeah.
I was maybe I graduated from school. You understand? Even before I graduated, I got a better job. You understand? I work in a finance firm.
So you were working in a finance
firm, while I was schooling.
Is it a bank or?
It's a microfinance bank.
Microfinance bank. Okay.
But, so I was working while I was still schooling. So at times when I spend most of my time at work, and maybe I had to have a schedule of maybe 2 days in school, travel back to Lagos, like that.
So what you're saying that you were working and you were schooling at the same time?
Yeah.
Wow. How did you manage to do that? Because not every one of us.
It's not really easy, but we have to, when you know the background and you know where you're coming from, and it's not easy as a man. You need to just fight hard for yourself. So
because not actually many of us actually did this while we were in school back then, because I could remember then I was in school. Was your schooling, was it part-time or is it full-time degree?
I'd say I had to run a part-time due to the fact that I had to sponsor myself,
Okay.
work and
Okay.
there was something. But the part-time program was running like a
A
full-time.
full-time
Yeah.
program.
So, but I had to just schedule myself not to affect the both. You
Yeah.
understand? So that's why
That's great.
I planned it. Yeah.
When did you graduated from your?
I graduated 2012.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I got the job to 2010.
Yeah.
You understand? So I told them everything, and because I have to come and play, like I would still like to go to school.
Yeah.
But due to the fact that your zeal and what you're giving to them, companies like that don't want to lose because you're giving them
something value.
Yeah.
Their
they're like, okay, this is what we have to sit ourselves down. Let's make a plan on how to go about it. I told them, yeah. So we have a schedule of me, maybe 3 days. Out of the 7 days, I spend 3 days in school.
Okay.
I come back home, work 4 days like that. So
that's good.
Yeah.
So while you were schooling, you were also having experience on the job as well.
Yeah, sure.
Which actually made you to become a full. So after your schooling, did you become a full-time employee for the company?
Yeah. When I finished, I'm supposed to serve.
Okay.
But I had to they tried to walk me back to Lagos. The company brought me back to Lagos to the firm. You understand? So I did my service here in the same firm. You understand? So like that. So that's how.
So your full 1 year, your 1 year of national youth service was in the company. So they did it for you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. That's great. That's good. Okay. So during the time of your working, was there any time you were transferred to any other state apart from Lagos? Or?
Yeah. While when I was serving, you understand? So I worked 2-3 months in Lagos. So we had to sit for an exam, a promotional exam, which I sat for. I passed and to be a branch manager.
Wow.
So they were like, okay.
You moved to the role of a branch manager.
Yeah. So
while you were also a youth corper.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're like, okay, we have to move. I have to move out of Lagos since there's no space because we have most of the branches in Lagos State and it's filled up.
Okay.
So they had to deploy me to Delta State.
Delta State.
Yeah.
That's my state.
Which
of the city in Delta State?
Warri, precisely.
Warri.
Yeah, I stayed in Warri. So I stayed there for 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked there for 6 years as a branch manager of the firm. So, and after then I decided to okay. With the agreement we had was that okay, let me just go there. The branch were not productive, you understand? So okay, let me just share my ideas, go there, When I got there, we were like, okay, I tried my best to change things, move things around, you understand? So they're like, okay, since I've been there, I should just stay. And the initial agreement was just to go there 2 years and come back to Lagos to you understand? So I tried to find my transfer back. They were like, no, I should still be there. You understand?
Wow. So you established in that place.
Yeah, sure. So that was how I lose my interest because it really affects my personal life. You understand? Because I lose my first relationship because of that job, which it's given me a lot of pressure. So I had to look into things and see what I can do for myself, even if so I resigned at my early age.
Wow. So you resigned from that company?
Yeah, I resigned. So.
Wow. So when you resigned from the company, so what was next for you? So you moved back to Lagos?
Yeah, I moved back to Lagos.
So at this time, were you working in another firm,
No, I bring up all my ideas and experience in that firm. So I had to plan myself okay, I don't want to be a salary earner again. Yeah, I need to step up because they've groomed me, you understand? And when I resigned, I went back to Lagos and started up a business on my own.
Same business?
Same particular business on my own. With just my immediate sister. We had to put resources together and started up a business which we tried our best, and we have 5 branches in Lagos. You understand? Before I traveled to.
Before you moved to Qatar?
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting. You learned from. So in total, how many years did you spend in this company in total?
I worked there for 8 years.
8 years?
8 to 9 years, yeah.
Wow, that's really really impressive. That's really really impressive. So you moved from that company, and while you were in worry, it was affecting
A
a,
lot of
a
things
lot of
like
things were happening. Even
personal
your
issues,
personal
yeah,
relationship
yeah.
was,
So
God, should I
cause
use the
of the
word crumble if I have lack of
cause
words?
of the distance, no.
Yeah, you don't.
So
So,
and me and I was too much committed to that job
mm,
why I left something behind, you
yeah,
understand? So
yeah, yeah.
it
So,
really, really affected. So
yeah, and you
uh,
moved back to Lagos.
yeah,
And by the time you moved back to Lagos, um, you set up your business
yeah, sure.
with your immediate younger sister,
My immediate
younger
senior
or elder sister.
elder sister.
Okay, and the business was booming.
Yeah, sure.
5 branches.
Yeah.
How this business still booming now?
Yeah, the business is still existing, just that, during the COVID period, a lot of things really happened. It's really affected, and that's where I tried to, like, okay, have the idea of let me move out of the country while she managed the
The
business.
business. Okay.
You understand? So we had to, during that COVID period, a lot of things when it comes to finance issues, it really affect a lot of things.
Okay.
That a lot of money was hooked out, and
Mm-hmm.
so we had to, like, okay, to manage the expenses, and we had to just close two of the branches down.
Okay.
While we merge, not even closing down, we merge the branches to three. You
Okay.
understand, and reduce some of the staff strength and manage, so we can manage with the active ones there.
Okay.
So that also really happened during that COVID. So we closed down two branches.
How many years this business has been running now?
The business, by I think by next, it's almost 4 or 5 years now.
5 years now.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's five
So,
years now.
I think it's a lot of business actually closed down during COVID.
Yeah,
Okay, during COVID, and even after COVID, even the businesses that survive after COVID still were not able to regain their strength.
yeah,
Like what
sure.
you just said, after COVID, you have to like merge some of these branches together to become, so out of 5 branches, you merge them to be 3 branches,
Yeah,
right?
sure. Yeah.
And these branches, they are still surviving. From what you can see, from what it is right now, is the return still coming the way you actually like it should be coming?
Yeah.
Because it's been more than 3 years after COVID, or it's 3 years after COVID already. How is the return for the business? Do you get updates?
It's yeah, I get updates because there are some people that put in their resources to the business, which, when I started, I drafted a proposal, submit to banks. Some of the banks which finance us was Sterling Bank.
Okay.
You understand? So, like, so we try to. So let me go straight to that question you just asked now. Don't let me divert from it. So the return has not been asked the way it was before the COVID. You
Okay.
understand? Because, and even presently, the situation of things now, it's not
In the
really,
country, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a drop
In the
in
return.
the return, like, so, and but we know how to, like, we try to manage and keep the business rolling.
Is the
Yeah,
company able to pay staff, meet up to staff salary
yeah,
at
sure.
the moment?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah, we are paying staffs and they're fine.
Okay, that's good. Good to hear that. Good to hear that. With all your experience and everything, why did you still have to move to Qatar when you know that if you put all your strength, your experience on that business, probably maybe from the numbers of time or for the numbers of months that you've been in Qatar now, don't you think that you, with your experience and everything, and together with your business partner, don't you think that both of you will be able to, like, probably you have the other 2 branches may have come up by now, irrespective of the economic situation back home in Nigeria?
Yeah, it's the biggest mistake, the biggest mistake I took was when during that COVID, and I decided to, like, okay, let me hand over this to you and let me go, because, like I said before, there are some other people that put in their money into the business.
Yeah.
And when I see, there are times when you forecast and see, like, okay, during that first 2 months of the COVID,
Yeah.
things were still okay. until when it was locked down totally.
Totally, yeah.
You understand? And I had to like just think fast. I know I took loan from banks, from individual people that put in their money. I had to sit my sister down, my partner, like, okay, come, let's pay these loans off. You
Yeah.
understand? And wait till when maybe this whole thing is this lockdown is over.
Yeah.
And so we tried. That's why I am free to say this. Like, we try to pay everybody.
Okay. So you were not owing debt?
No, at all.
All the banks,
No.
individual
No,
investors,
at all.
and the rest.
Even both the interest on it.
Wow.
We paid, we cleared it. So, and so I was expecting like, okay, we can manage during the COVID, during the lockdown.
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe we can retrieve a lot of the money outside then, but we say it's not really coming. Like, excuses, no business, everything, no movement and stuff like that. So I decided like, okay, this is what we do. I feel like, okay, I should hand over this to you, and let me find, as a man, let me find an alternative means of, I wish I know then I wouldn't have taken this decision.
Okay.
But I can't. I don't predict. I can only forecast. I don't know what might happen. You understand? But I just have to think fast. Like, okay, I know even if I'm where I am today, I'm running a business. Maybe I'm working and using it to pushing the money back to the business to revive the stable, to be stable. You understand? So, but it was not the way I planned it.
Yeah.
So, but thank God that the business is still rolling, but it's not just as it was before the COVID.
I see. So, why did you decide to come to Qatar?
It's a long story. Actually, Qatar is not where I wanted to come to. You understand? But the way I planned it was not working, and like I seek advice from a very close person.
Where were you planning to travel to?
No, UK.
Okay, planning to travel to UK
because my wife's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your wife is in UK.
Yeah.
Okay.
My baby is there.
Okay. So you have your family in the UK.
My family are there. Yeah. So but due to one issue or the other, you understand, I was refused, and maybe because of the agent, I don't know what really happened, because
So you mean your visa got denied to UK?
Yeah.
And your wife got accepted?
No, she left before me. I sent her before me. Okay. You understand? So due to the agent issues, you understand, so it was denied, and okay, this is like, it was placed like on hold, and they gave me an alternative to get an immigration lawyer to file an appeal on the visas, you understand. But which I did, you understand, but the response was not coming as fast as I am expecting.
Okay.
You understand? So I decided like, okay, since I have made up my mind and I'm finalized with my partner, like I'm moving out of the country, like, so I had to like look out for an alternative country which I can go. Then from there, I can from here get to my family. You understand? So that was what got me to Qatar. Yeah.
Okay.
You understand? Though I have other plans, like, okay, even if I'm coming here, I will still have to wait for a couple of maybe a year or two.
Okay.
You understand? But it's easier for us to connect from here.
Okay.
You understand? So I made up my mind to follow that follow that advice. You understand? But it's not the way it is.
Yeah. So when you were moving to Qatar, when you finally made up your mind, okay, let's use Qatar as an alternative route that can take me to meet with my family in the UK.
Yeah.
What was your plan, you coming to Qatar, apart from using the alternative? Did you come here like, I just come here and look for a job and start working? Or?
Yeah, definitely. Because when the other appeal was not coming forth, I was not getting response, so I had to seek advice from people like, okay, it's better for you to live to Qatar. And the way it was being like said about the country, understand, you get there, you get job, you get there, you start work, So I already planned myself like, okay, there's no how, you understand, when I get there, I will get a job, you understand, which I'm coming on a freelance visa, you understand. So, which it is not the way I am being told, you understand.
So you got a different version
of what
you are experiencing currently.
Yeah.
Was a different version.
Yeah, because when I was leaving Nigeria, I was having it in mind, this positive, I'm going to
Okay.
maybe at least I was like a month before I'll get a job.
Okay.
You
Did
understand?
they tell you like as soon as you arrive, you're going to get a job within a couple of few
Yeah,
days?
you know the way agents do their thing. You understand? Like, oh, don't worry. When you get there, you get a job, you get the pay like this. You know, before you know, you save money from there.
Mm.
You can even come back to Nigeria, continue with your business. Like, or if you wish to move to meet your family,
Yeah.
you understand, like that. So I already have that positive mind. Like the way the guy was saying it is the way it was. You
Yeah.
understand? So,
Did
but
you did you, did you try to make any research, like do a
I
research on
I
your own?
I I did my research lately while I was just on my bed that day. I was like, okay, let me even read something about this country I am going to, because I was too busy.
Mm.
Fine, but I should have done that earlier before
You
taking that
started, yeah.
step. But I was too busy with a lot of things on my head. Okay, like I have few days to go. Let me just even read about where I'm going to. You
Yeah.
understand? So and no country will always want to say the bad side
Yeah.
of
Of their nation, yeah.
yeah.
Everything is
Yeah,
all about
everything is all about the good. If you check on net, everything is all about the good. You understand? So that really give me that
energize you,
courage.
that
Like
confidence and
uh,
everything.
where I'm going is still very okay, and so I just read little things about them. So I picked my mind off, like, okay, let me just go and see the way things are there. You understand? So that was what that was
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
left.
A lot of people actually, including myself, I remember when I was moving to the UAE, I never had the opportunity to like uh, make research. I was just, I just have to believe people, what people say.
Yeah.
And same thing. Okay, while you were, before you came, did you have like relative friends who you think that if you consult them, they will be able to tell you give you the real message?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You don't have any friends,
I
relatives?
don't even have. The only person I was talking to was the agent. Like, okay, don't worry, when you get there, you have someone there to come and pick me. And maybe I spend a little time with the person, then
Mm.
I find my way
Yeah.
from there. So I felt like as a Nigerian guy, you understand, which when you get to a place and you within a couple of weeks, you know what is happening around,
Yeah.
so you know your way.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So I already have that mind.
Mm.
Okay, this what let me just believe what this
This guy
person
saying.
says. So then I followed his word.
Impressive. Yeah, I can imagine that because you're fed up, the business is not as what you actually anticipated for, and you just have to move, and especially you want to be with your family. I can imagine that. When you arrive, I've heard some cases whereby some agents bring in their clients into the country, and the moment they arrive at the airport, when they call their agent, they don't hear from their agent anymore. The agent block them on every means of communication. Did you experience that?
That was exactly what
Really? You don't mean it?
I was happy, like, okay, I left Maritala International Airport.
Yeah.
So I was happy, like, even if I landed, I already know somebody's coming to pick me up.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, even when I was leaving, the guy was like, when you just get there, just call me. I'll call the person to come and pick you up. You
Okay.
understand? So though it was not a direct flight, you understand? We had a stopover at Topia. Then, from there we came into Qatar. That was around 2 a.m. that day.
Mm.
You understand? 2 a.m. that day. So I tried call. I was like, okay, just hold on, let me call the person. I tried call back, number was not going through.
You mean your agent in Nigeria?
Yeah, it was not even going through.
And the one in
So,
Qatar?
and the number I have here, I tried call the lady was speaking, and hello. I said, I am so and so from so person. Like, I'm busy, I can't come pick you now. Maybe you should find your way. I will send you an address, I'll do this. I was like, this is not the
Agreement.
I tried call her. Like, okay, she's busy, she cannot come and pick me at the airport at this time. I was like, okay. Then even my luggage,
Yeah.
I was still expecting, like, okay, I never knew my luggage was even missing.
Oh,
yes,
your luggage was missing.
even missing. You understand? I was just focused on, let me just see the person first. You understand? So until when around 2 a.m. 3, 4, 5 in the morning. I was just trying to reach out to this lady.
Yeah.
I think she just blocked, or maybe I could not even contact her anymore. Because that was when I made up my mind, like, I'm in a mess. You know,
Okay.
today.
So you
Let me
realized
just,
that. Okay.
I'm in a mess already. So let me just focus on let me get my bags, and that was when I know my bag was missing. I was just so stranded, so frustrated at that moment. Understand? I had never had the only bag I have was my documents with me. You understand? Every other thing.
So you have your document or your backpack?
Yeah. Every other thing was missing. So I was just, my mind was divided. I don't even know where to go from, how to go from there. I was just there till from that 2 a.m. I left the airport at 9 a.m. in the morning. Reach, I had to okay, please, I still have some cash with me.
Yeah.
I had to change to their currency here. Okay, did that. I was like, okay, I just saw a black guy. I just walked up to him and I introduced myself. This is what I need. This is what I'm passing through. Can you just set me out of this place first?
Yeah.
Even if it is an hotel, let me just lodge for a day or two. Then I will know my
way around.
He's a Benin man, and you don't need to lodge into it. I will take you to. I have a house,
accommodation.
Yes, that I can rent out
for you.
Yeah. A short period of time. So okay, how much is it? He said, okay, don't worry. When we get there,
you'll see the place.
When I got there, I found out it was a bunk bed. It's a really sad story.
Wait. What were you expecting? What kind of accommodation, hospitality were you expecting?
I was not expecting much.
Okay.
But at least,
like a room,
just a normal room.
Yeah. Okay.
So
you didn't get this part of information by why?
No, I've not even experienced it before. Like I've not even.
Your agent did not tell you that this is how it works.
Okay, no. You understand? So if I should know that, I wouldn't have stressed myself. Okay. I would have looked for another alternative.
Yeah.
You understand? While I was in Nigeria then. So he took me to the house. I was like, bunk bed, how? And then people sleeping up. And he said, this is how they live here in Qatar. This is how you live here. Even me myself, I've never slept on the bunk bed before.
Even back while you're in school.
While I was in school.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is how you live here. I said, okay, how much is it? I said, okay, don't worry, just sleep there for 1, 2, 3 days. Then the guy was even kind, like,
yeah,
let us find a way of getting your luggage first.
Okay.
So I rested for that day, just with the clothes I was on with, you understand? So I was like, the following morning, the guy came, okay, let's go to the airport. I did the necessary things there. I think they left when they were trying to transit they left some of the luggages missing.
Yeah.
In Ethiopia.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, I have to wait for another 3 days. Flights coming, maybe
they will bring the
with that. Okay, so I'm like, it's not easy for me. I have all my things there, my clothes are there,
everything that will make you to be comfortable.
Putting on the clothes I left. How do I cope with this? I had to that. Okay, tell the man, take me to a boutique, just get me 2 tops. So the luggage was not coming forth. That's another story on its own.
To cut that story, did you eventually get the luggage back?
No.
You did it? Were you compensated?
Yeah. Because I had to
How much?
I think they calculated the money per kg. Okay. And I think when they converted the money, they're supposed to pay in dollars.
Yeah.
But they have to, because of the policy here, you have to
pay in Qatar. Yeah.
So I think I collected almost like 4,000
Qatarians.
Yeah, so 4,000 close to 500. 4,500 Qatarians. Yeah. Okay. So that's another story.
Yeah, but let me just chip in this for those people who are actually watching this podcast right now. Is that it's very, very important that when you are traveling, your document do not put it inside your check-in luggage. Yes. It's very, very inside your check-in baggage. Your document should be on your carry-on luggage, because that is much more easy, because just imagine if you've lost, or you
Where
put,
do I start?
where do you start from? Like, that would have been that. How do you get your certificate back?
But
Everything,
it's not going to be easy. It's not going to
man.
be easy. So, but I just thank God that I have that idea. Like, even if I'm traveling within Nigeria and I have other luggages, I don't put my documents there because I believe if you have to plan yourself for some
Yeah,
unforeseen
yeah,
circumstances that might occur, you understand? And you don't joke with those kind of things.
exactly.
You understand? So,
Okay, moving forward, we've talked about you traveling and coming here and everything. We spent a lot of time there. Moving forward, the moment you realize that, okay, I'm in a deep shit, it's not the way I think it's going to be, and you need to find, you need to find a job, you need to start doing something. You have your family back home. You need to, like, you need to start recovering because you spent a lot. Let me ask, how much did you spend
coming here, aside from my
for the
flight,
visa? How much did you
for the
spend?
visa alone, I spent almost like 4.5 million
No way.
without booking a ticket. I booked the ticket on my own.
4.5 million.
Yeah.
Oh
So
shit.
when I get here, I realize it's not even up to half of it. Understand that? Even that money, putting the 4.5, and I booked ticket like maybe and close to 1 million. Understand? Is enough for me to travel to any better European country.
Goodness me. Give us a breakdown. Give us a breakdown. You spent 4.5 million
On visa alone.
on visa. Give us a breakdown. You paid 4.5 million. Did you pay the money once, or you paid it bit by bit? Like,
I paid
at
it
what
by
stage
bit.
it? You paid everything at the same
I paid everything at
once.
once, yes, to the agent.
By the time you got here, did you pay another money, including those after? So you, because your visa is a freelance visa.
It's a freelance visa. Yeah. Actually, what he told me was that okay, when I get here, uh, this I will have to do my ID. Understand?
On your own expense.
No, like the money is there.
Everything is
And
inclusive.
like just my visa and the ID fee is what I paid for.
Mm.
So any other expenses I will incur it on my own. Understand? So that's what I was like. Okay, I don't even know. I don't have the idea of how
Things are
much
being done. Yeah,
it's
cost. Yeah.
to get an ID here. Then, you understand? All my mind was I just want to leave. You understand? So I paid the money. But unfortunately for me, when I get here, I had to repay another fee for the ID because even the person that is supposed to come and pick me, I didn't even see him.
Hmm.
You understand? So I paid the ID here while I was in Qatar. I paid twice because I paid to the wrong person one. And it was then I realized. Then I let me just start from there. So we when I got to this place, you understand, I spent a 1 week and I had to connect another person who is my sponsor. I need to meet the sponsor.
Yeah.
Somebody that sponsored me.
Yeah.
You understand? So the guy that rented his bed space for me, that was helping me making research. Like, okay, you got someone like that knows my sponsor, like, but those people will not take me directly to the sponsor. They will always want me have be the middleman.
Being a middleman, collecting money from you, and those people, they are collecting their own money as well.
Reporting to their
Oh damn!
to the sponsor.
Damn!
So I met the person. I don't want to mention his name.
It's okay.
He's a very popular guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So we met. We met in person. I discussed with him. I even
Was the sponsor nice to you?
Before I have not even met the sponsor. I was talking to the middleman.
Okay, the middleman. Okay, okay.
The sponsor.
Okay, okay.
So I was even like explaining things to him to have a picture like this I've really suffered.
Yeah.
I never knew he was trying to even
extort you. Everybody is looking for a way to survive.
So I just explained myself like, okay, the best thing it has happened is has happened. So the next thing is for me to start processing my ID. But I have 3 months grace to process the ID. Right. Fine. So I was like, okay, I will do that. You understand? Fine. But let me just give myself time, and since I have 3 months,
yeah,
let me give myself time. Let me make findings about myself. Let me just move around.
Okay.
And know much more about the city. You understand? So on my way, I met a guy. You understand? Though I was communicating with him, So I met another new guy, which I was like, that was when I now realized that I'm
You're
fucked up
you're in
already.
a mess.
Yes, I'm fucked up. Like, okay, I just have to start replanning myself here.
Mm.
So I just met the guy and we talked, and you know, he we talked at length. He was asking me where I stay in Lagos. I told him. I was like, okay, he knew he has stayed close to where I was living
Okay.
before he relocated to Qatar.
Qatar.
So we now became friends. So I was like, okay, what's the next step? He said, bro, this is Qatar. I explained everything. This is how it happens to everybody.
Mm.
Almost everybody experiencing this way. Like, but people are not. Even if you're experiencing it this way, you should at least tell people at home.
This is how the
Say it out
situation
so that
is.
people will know. Information moves fast. So that even people coming will not fall victim that
Of this
same
kind of situation. That is why you are here, to be honest, so
so
that people can
so
get this
so
message.
we try to it's okay now I was left with little money on me. One, I was planning to like, okay, I want to get a better place I can even rest myself
Yeah.
head, not even on the best space.
Best
But I
space.
told him, say, bro, you don't have choice. This is how it is here. This is how it is here. Except maybe
You have excess money.
so he now introduced me to another guy, which he said he has a job. So he was presently, I think the guy is in UK now, with his family now. So he introduced me to a job like, will I be able to do construction job? I was like, construction job? How? I don't understand. He said, okay, don't worry. If you want to do it, I'll take you there. You see the way it's been run.
You needed to start
That's something.
working
And
and
and I have limited time to do my ID.
yeah.
I have limited time to do my expenses.
Mhm.
At least I cannot. I'm here already. I cannot
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
expecting money from home
Yeah.
as a man. So it was like, okay, don't worry, I will call you guys to come and meet me at the spot. Then from there, the company motor will come and boss will come and pick you. I said, okay, just like that. He said, okay, we're there. Not quite low. The following day, he called me around 12 a.m. I think I came in to Qatar during the summer
Okay.
when the weather is very, very hot.
Summer of 2023.
Yeah.
Okay.
I came in July
Okay.
when the weather was very, very hot.
So you already spent like 1 year now.
Yeah. So he called us and like, okay, probably the boss came. I was even like, okay, thank God that me. The other guys were like, bro, you get luck, or you understand, like you just came in and you just have a job. I never know I'm going there to die.
What do you mean you're going there to die?
So we got there, as the weather was, I'm not used to it. You understand? So we went, I just dressed casually, like, okay, let's go there and see what is happening. We get there, the guy, before you know, he was a safety officer there. He was like, okay, you just want to do induction. He's using his influence to like, okay, this is my brother, I will walk. You understand? Do this. Before you know, they just gave us helmets, give us safety shoes, give us this and that. Like, okay, you can start walking. Walk. Ow! Just like that. So,
but you were looking for a job.
Then they gave us to the site. I was there I was in the sun for like 10 minutes. I could not see anything again because of the heat.
The heat.
Yeah. And I was like, I could not say anything again. I just called, like, please, can you take me to a place where I can just rest my head, a cool place? Before I knew, I was on myself.
You passed out.
I was on myself because I have not experienced that kind of, even back in Nigeria, I've never done that.
Wow.
So, and the guy, I told him I can't cope with this job. I'll wait somewhere till when, because I think the drive is like almost like 2 hours drive to the city here. So I was like, I'll wait till when you guys finish your work, and when the boss come, I'll go. The guy was laughing like, you don't know where you are. You understand? This is what people do
to survive.
A lot of people are looking for
this opportunity.
This opportunity to die. You understand? No. So when I got home, I had to call my wife. I explained everything to him. It was like, yeah. And when I was making the move, she was supporting, like, okay, at least we'll be closer.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, let's just take a step. You understand? So I told her, like, this, I think I'll go back home. Like, no, I don't need to go back home. I should just wait. You understand? Let's see how it goes. That was how I just committed myself to the work. I tried to do it for 1 month just because of I needed to do my ID.
Your ID.
But I was not myself. I lost shape. I was not myself anymore. The money I realized from there, I paid to that guy. He went away with it. He ran away with it. He blocked me, collected the money, blocked me.
You mean the one you paid back home in Nigeria?
No.
Here?
Yeah, the new guy that introduced me.
Whoa.
That is standing as a middleman between the sponsor and me. That's okay, he knows my sponsor. He will just help me pay him so that I can get my ID. I was communicating with him. And
you were due for the second time?
I paid him 1,500 Qatar.
Jesus Christ.
And he was like, okay, don't worry, in a week time, I do the house. And so all of a sudden, I believed him the way he said it. I trusted him, you understand? You know,
was it the guy that picked you from the airport that you went on?
Not him. The guy that picked me from the airport was the one I rented the best piece from.
So you met that guy there?
So another person introduced me to
that particular guy who eventually said he knows that guy. So and he did not know the sponsor.
I don't really understand, because I didn't even bother to make more research on it, because I believe that I just need somebody that can, you know, make me feel relaxed, like at least I have somebody at that moment.
Wow.
So he went away with it. I had to go and look for another means of getting that money. And, you know, when I now wanted to pay the second one, then there was a group they make Nigeria in Qatar, so I had to like
join the WhatsApp group.
And you know, I posted my visa copy on it. Like, I needed to know if anybody knows
the sponsor
office. I want to
go there
myself. If there anybody, so a lady chatted me privately and said, okay, he knows
the sponsor.
The sponsor, we have the same sponsor that he has been to the office before. I now explain everything to him, how it happens. Okay. And without ID, here in Qatar, you cannot get a job.
Yeah.
You cannot even work.
Yeah.
Police, you're going back home.
Of course, yeah.
It's an offense. So the lady, we just had an agreement, let's meet, you understand? And we met. He took me to the sponsor's office, which that was when I was finding my way bit by bit. So I met the man, and he's a Pakistani man of Bangladesh or something like that. I explained everything to him. He was even mad, like, how would people like this, the whole country, do this to me?
Wow.
I said, I don't know, but that is gone. Now that I've met you,
let's start.
I want to pay. Let me have my ID, so at least I can start something.
How much did you pay for that ID to be released to you?
I gave him another 1,500.
Another 1,500.
So,
mind you, do you know that the current exchange rate currently right now, 1 Qatar riyal goes for 413 or 12, and if you multiply that money currently, it gives you over 600,000. So somebody duped you 600,000.
We did.
And as at that time that you are talking about, as at that time that you gave this guy this money, the exchange rate as at that time was like maybe 315 to so.
Yeah. So I just met the man. So he was a very nice man, honestly. He was even angry, like, he would have loved to do this for me free, but he also has to pay the government.
Yeah.
So because there's other documents I'm supposed to pay for, he did it free. So, and from there I got the ID. He said my ID will come out. In less than 1 week I got the ID. Yes, I'm fine. So now the journey just started. Then I was looking for a job.
Before you go to job, what do you make of these visa agents? What do you think about visa agents in Qatar?
It is when I was being duped and when I got here. You see, I will advise people coming to, not even Qatar alone. If you are making plans to travel out your country, please make a lot of research about the country.
Yeah.
Don't depend your decision. Don't make a decision on what the agent or people told you.
Just one person, because yes. I think your only source of information was just from one person.
Agent. And because I have focused, like, I need to move out.
Yeah.
which is not, even if you are focused, you should have a plan B. You understand?
You were clouded with the fact that I needed to move
Just
no
move.
matter what. You have, and you have the money. You don't care.
Yeah, so I would just advise people, if you are traveling, please make a lot of research. Don't let anybody sweet talk you to just have the money.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you have been messed up where you're not supposed to be.
Mm.
So a lot of people have made that mistake. You understand? For me, I used to tell you, I said I would not advise my enemy to go on that kind of visa. Or if it is possible, you can, if you have a direct job that the company will bring you in, yeah, it's fine. You understand? You already have a job for you.
Talking about getting that job, would you advise anyone to come in with maybe tourist visa or visit visa, or even the type of visa that you came in with, which is freelance visa, to come and be looking for a job?
It's not easy here.
Mm.
You cannot, if you can, I don't know, I cannot, but for me, I will not advise. But there are times when you have grace.
Yeah.
But I can tell you it's almost 1/100.
Mm.
You understand? So if you are coming, just get an employment visa. That's just the best.
Directly from the company itself.
Yes, that's just the best. But you are coming on a tourism, when you get there, you change your visa status, or coming on a freelance and you start looking for a job. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not really easy. Even if you are going to Europe, I don't think it's something that is easy, but they might just be more a bit different.
Flexibility, yeah, compared to the way it is here.
Yeah. So I don't advise people to come in or leave their own country based on a tourist visa or freelance like that.
Yeah.
I won't advise. Due to my experience, I saw hell, to be honest with you.
Said you saw hell.
I shared my experience with you.
Yeah, you told me all about that. You told me all about that. You know, how long did you stay without a job?
I stayed at home, paying expenses, paying house rent. At least I will eat, paying other expenses for more than 7 months, not doing anything. You wake up, you be on your bed. Maybe you wake up, you go around the companies, and the way these company people, they believe in bringing people in on their own, sign a contract with them, and employing people within. Yeah.
So it is more advantageous to get a job outside the country than inside the country.
Yeah. So I not that I didn't make any move to get a job. Sometimes I will just wake up in the morning, have as if I'm going to work, make my step look okay, you understand, with my CVs on the back.
How many CV do you have?
You know now.
Just tell us. No, tell them. Tell the viewers, how many CV do you have?
I have different kind of job CVs. It's more than 20.
You know what? I remember when I traveled to Dubai, 2014 for the first time, and my agent, kudos to my agent. That guy was very nice. Like he was nice to me. The way he was nice to me was as nice to other people like that. I would say that agent, I don't know why they are always like this, but I wouldn't say that like everything that you are saying right now, it was not as, he didn't treat other guys that came with me, because we were 3 that landed in Dubai the same day. Okay, booked our ticket and everything. He came to the airport to pick us from Dubai airport. Then we went to where he's living in Ajman, because in the UAE you have 7 Emirates, and the Emirates which he was living in was in Ajman. He took myself and the other 2 guys. We went there. Out of 3 of us, 2 of us got a job. The other guy did not get a job. He went back home because he did 1 month tourist visa for us. Okay. Now, this guy was actually helpful, especially to me. When I was coming, I had little amount of money with me. I gave to him. I think I changed, how much then was like, when I changed the money, it was like 1,000 something dirhams. And he just said, bring your money. So he was giving me from it, CV and the feeding, and so everything was just on him. So I was not worried. However, the guy knows my mom, who introduced me, and so he took me like his own brother.
Maybe that's why
so,
to treat different.
Yeah, so mine was a bit okay. Yeah.
So
but again, let me just finish. This guy, what he usually do then, like he was helping me to look for a job. Tell you, okay, I don't have a laptop on whatsoever. I don't have a laptop. The other two guys have their own laptop. Okay, so you're like, show them how to go on the website looking for a job. I was the only person who have access to his laptop with password and everything. Anytime he changes the password, he tells me that, Ochiko, have changed the password. This is it. Okay. I'm the only person who have access to a private bedroom. So you can see the relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. So he treated me well. Kudos to him. I don't know where he is right now. You know. So he was really, really helpful. And this is what he does. It was like when one person is called for interview, he tells us the rest of you go with him. So we go. We try our luck. And that was how it all happened. Even the job I got there was a cleaning job. I normally say it in every of my podcasts. It was a cleaning job. It was one guy that they saw the interview. There was a walking interview. Okay. And I was sleeping. And he came to tap me. Hey, Ochiko, what are you doing? People are getting ready to go for a job interview. I said, I don't know. No one told me. It was like, get ready. I did not even shower. I just brush and comb my hair, and that was how we, And a week later, they called us to come and get offer letter. That was how it all happened. So so some agent, I don't know, what do you make of agents? All these agents, what do you make of them?
Like you said,
Is it that we don't have good guys anymore?
Yeah, they are like you said, there are good ones and there are some bad ones. But for me, I say the bad ones are more better. They are more in population than the good ones. And
1/10.
Like they are more. I'm not saying they are not good agents. They are. They have so many good agents, but they are always being careful. Those ones with good names that are agents, they're always being careful. They don't like doing things that at the end of the day, maybe that thing didn't work out. It's going to tarnish
their image.
You understand? So they're always like, okay, they are 100% sure of this thing they want to do for you. You understand? But the sweet ones, the bad ones, just come. Everything they are honest. Everything is possible. And we human beings, there are times when we don't like the truth. And again, my advice is this kind of visa. I'm not giving you that assurance, but to look as if this person doesn't know what
he's doing, yeah,
and he's trying to save you, but you don't know. But other ones will just tell you it's possible. Come. That one don't know. I will connect with like that. So those ones they like to protect their name, but the bad ones are just after the money. You understand? So that's how it is.
What are the kind of sweet words that actually motivate people to just bring out their money? Those bad agents use.
To be honest with you, one of my new friends now. He's also currently passing through what I have passed through.
Wow.
And he was telling his friend in Nigeria that, see, this is what I am doing. This is the kind of life I'm living here. And the guy is planning to come here. Do you believe? I was there when he was even like, okay, me, I should even talk to the guy.
Okay.
But I said, no, I won't do that. So he will believe you than me. So do you believe at the end of the day, the guy still came to this? He still came and he was duped. Now,
with all the information they gave to him.
Yes. And the guy now is sleeping from one place to another.
He doesn't even have money to pay for best place.
Yes. Wow. And now, he was now calling this guy. So the guy was calling me to like, what advice will I give to him? Because he has done his part. I cannot give you money, but I will tell you what I'm passing through. I will not hide anything from you. The country is okay. But the what we are facing currently now, don't come. Stay at home. Do other things with your money. You understand? But it feels like maybe this guy doesn't want him to come and see him or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I will tell you categorically now, that guy is sleeping in the mosque. Honestly.
As you and I are here.
Yeah.
Goodness.
He sleeps in the mosque overnight. Maybe before 5 a.m. That first
before prayer.
We woke up.
Oh, wash.
Walk around, maybe come back and relax again.
Shit, I'm so emotional for that guy right now.
So, you see, that's why there are times when we don't even like to hear the truth. We don't believe in the truth at times. That's why I'm telling you, I said there are better agents. But the better ones will want to save their name because they don't know. If I do something for you today, maybe that thing works out. I don't know who you will introduce to me.
Yeah. So
they prefer to protect their name than what they are going to earn now.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. So that's how it is.
This is being human. This is being human. and those other people, they are just being, I don't know what kind of words I'm going to use for them. Honestly, I'm so emotional for that guy right now. What do you really think that, what is the driving factor that is making a lot of people to, despite everything that they've heard concerning some bad agent, and still they still want to come?
You see, normal, the normal ground, if the situation of the country is fine, everybody wants to be at home.
Yeah.
At least what I can do in my country, I'm a free person. But the issue here is because of really bad government.
Yeah.
Everybody just want to leave. They want to find a greener pasture. Let me look another way,
Yeah.
So that's what I believe is pushing a lot of people. They don't even want to be discouraged.
Yeah.
Like, I've made up my mind, I'm leaving.
That's it.
And at the end of the day, they don't even know what they're going to face. So that's
wow. You have a really inspiring story. Inspiring story how all of this thing went. How did you manage to, like, there was a time you told me that you got a job, like maybe 4 months back, you got a job, and eventually when the salary came, they slashed the salary.
Yeah, it's, when you are not a lazy person, and you have expenses to pay, and you have an opportunity like, okay, let me just do this, and at least what is coming in can be able to cater for the expenses.
Yeah.
Not seeking another support from home. You understand? You always want to do something. Just that it's a little mistake that there's no concrete agreement on that job. You understand? But I was fucked up with that job, and it was that fucked up that got me my new job now.
Okay. Yeah.
You understand? Because though the agreement was to pay, the company wanted to pay 4,500.
Okay.
For 25 days.
Yeah.
You understand? But just because we didn't, and the job is coming through, they sublet the opportunity to an agent, like
sourcing for workers.
Yes, for us. Then this is the amount we are paying them.
Okay.
But we will not pay the people you bring directly. We pay you, and you pay them because you brought them. That's the agreement.
Okay.
You understand? But the people that got the job directly, they got paid at the last day of the job. 4,500. Well, we have to wait for the agent to, like, okay,
pay you guys
the bill and submit like that. We are expecting, okay, we are two Nigerians there, like 2 Nigerians, 4 Philippines, and the other 2 maybe Pakistan and that. So those guys get their job pay. You understand? But we, the Nigerians, like, okay, the guy sublet, the guy that brought us to them was. With the campus directly, we have to go back to our agent that brought
to pay you guys.
Like, okay, we already know what you paid them. You understand? Like, okay, we are expecting like maybe 3,500, and it's going to take 1,000 because the company will still pay you for repeating for them. You understand? Well, at the end of the day, we got 2,000 naira.
2,500. 2,000 dirham. Qatar.
Yeah, even got the IF's static and with that pass through this place.
Wow. For those people who are watching this podcast right now, for someone who has not been to the Middle East before, he hasn't been to Dubai, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, whatsoever, he hasn't traveled before, and he is preparing right now, or he's having the mind to travel. What is your advice for that person right now?
Yeah, my advice for the person is to think twice. One, secondly, to make more research before you take steps. Not just because of you are frustrated in your own country and you just want to leave, and just because you have the resources presently, you just want to leave. You have to take your time and think about where you're going to, know where you're going to, and follow the right step. You understand? The right step I mean is maybe you are getting a direct job from the company.
Direct employment job for the company. You attend interview online, everything.
Even if the company is bringing you, they will be responsible for the visa.
Okay.
They will buy your ticket and send to you. You understand? But coming here on a freelance and an agent will just meet you and sweet talk you like you get a job when you get there.
Yeah.
My brother, it's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not real.
This is safety I advise a lot of people who are planning to come here. I tell them, come on, you need to, go for direct employment work, like make research, go online, apply to that different companies, how you can go about it. And it's much more better because when you are coming, your accommodation, everything is ready. Because that's how I came. I came all the way from Dubai, and this is how I came. And no stress. The company they already have a driver waiting for me at the airport to pick me up to my place as soon as everything was just there was someone waiting for me at the airport, picked me up and everything. You get For me, I don't experience it. I never experienced it. Even a lot of people never experienced it. Uh, there's a lot of things we are supposed to discuss, but we don't have more time. You have to go. And thank you so much for coming. I know you are not feeling too well. You managed to come for this podcast. I'm going to invite you again. Hope you'll be able to come to share more story with us. A lot of things. And viewer, just in case you don't know, there are some parts that we actually thought it was recording, but it was not recording. It was out, and hopefully he's going to come and repeat those parts with us. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, bro.
See you guys. If you haven't subscribed to this channel here, please subscribe because more content like this will be coming. Until I meet you on our next episode. Bye bye.